Greetings and peace be unto you. This is the Inspiration Show entitled New York City Governor Administers or gives New York State actually, first COVID-19 vaccine. First of a series of two actually, because you have to get two COVID vaccinations in order to be COVID proof, I guess, or whatever like that. So the first lady, an African American lady, which is a first responder, she's a nurse. Her name is Susan Lindsay, and she got the vaccine, the first part of the vaccine this morning in New York. But before I unpack the whole situation about the vaccine today, let's talk about this bozo right here, Mayor Bill DiBlasio. So you're actually getting a 2-in-1 video for the price of one. Well, actually the price of none, because this is free. So this guy was complaining about small businesses not continuing their legacies. Well, how can they with this guy closing everything? So basically, this reason why I have both of these bozos pictures up is because they kind of tie in together. So over the weekend, being Friday, Saturday, Sunday, was the last 3 days to dine out, or dine in any restaurant in New York City. Now that's where DeBlasio comes into play, because of course he controls New York City. But then you have New York State, which New York altogether in itself is governed by Andrew Cuomo, who has, the final authority on everything regarding New York. So pretty much if the mayor comes up with a situation, the governor could either co-sign it or shoot it down. But of course, he didn't shoot it down. He went with it. And indoor dining for New York City, as of today, is done with. And I don't know when it will be coming back because, well, pretty much, COVID numbers are rising and all this other stuff. So they got to close indoor dining. And that means that you can only get takeout, curbside pickup, or delivery. So these are the only ways you're going to get restaurant food presently if you're in New York City. Now, with that said, now we go into Cuomo. Actually, I kind of went ahead too quickly, actually. So while we're still on the subject, DeBlasio, I have a video of him telling people to cancel Christmas, cancel being with their families, and all this other stuff. And I'm gonna put that in right now. I'm gonna play it for you. So he's telling everybody they can't be with their families, they can't do this, they can't do that. And I guarantee that he was with his family for Thanksgiving, and will be with his family for Christmas as well. But you can't. So I'm gonna put that video up next. And also, like I already said, he told small businesses, or just businesses in general that are non-essential, whatever the case, they're gonna have to close their doors. Indoor dining is done.
This is not a time to travel. So I'm going to keep saying it throughout the remainder of the holiday season. Please do not make plans to travel. If you have plans, cancel them. Stay local. Stay in very small, careful, safe gatherings. Also, for anyone over 65, anyone with those pre-existing health conditions like diabetes, heart disease, and other serious conditions, or someone who has both, change your ways and your habits. Stay in a safe situation. Only go out for the most essential needs. We've got to all take this really helpful guidance and live it for a few months as we fight back this second wave once and for all, and as the vaccine comes into the city more and more. So this is our last big push. We can get through soon to the point where more and more New Yorkers will be vaccinated and we turn the corner.
So you saw how that worked, right? He has so much compassion. He really cares about you. Bill DiBlasio just loves New York City, doesn't he? Tell you to stay away from your your family members or whatever like that. Cancel your plans. Stay safe. Real retard. And then what he goes with, the same stuff they were saying from earlier this year. You just need a few more months 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. That's what this guy he was saying every weekend right here, or every week. Just 2 more weeks. 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. 2 weeks turned to over 200 something days. Go ahead and count it. I'm probably short by a lot. It's longer than 100 days that they want to make you do next, a 100-day mandate, mask mandate. But anyway, let's get to this clown. So that's how that video leads to this video. We got Governor Andrew Cuomo of New York that is celebrating. You're gonna hear people in the background clapping. He's cracking jokes, smiling. He's happy. He's smiling harder than he's smiling in this picture right here when you see the video, because he's happy to give the vaccine to a first responder. You'll see.
Good morning. Is this working?
It's working.
Well, good morning. Good to see you, Michael Dowling, who is the president and the CEO of Northwell Health, which is the largest health system in the state of New York. It's very good to be with you. Dr. Chester, pleasure.
Good morning.
And to you, the person who's going to take the first vaccine in the state of New York, maybe the first vaccine shot in the United States, Sandra Lindsay, an ICU nurse. It's a pleasure to be with you. And you are in Long Island Jewish Medical Center, which is in the borough of Queens. Good things come from Queens. Let me start by saying thank you. Thank you, doctor. Thank you, nurse. Thank you, Mr. Dowling. Thank you for everything you've done for all New Yorkers through this pandemic. I know how horrific it was. It was a modern-day battlefield. And that's why the word heroes is so appropriate for what you did. You put your fear aside, and you stepped up every day to serve others, and you did it magnificently well. So I can't thank you enough. This vaccine is exciting because I believe this is the weapon that will end the war. It's the beginning of the last chapter of the book, but now we just have to do it. Vaccine doesn't work if it's in the vial, right? So New York State has been working very hard to deploy it, to get it out. We have trains, planes, and automobiles moving this all over the state right now. We want to get it deployed, and we want to get it deployed quickly. And we're here to watch you take the first shot. So, Michael Dowling, Dr. Chester, Sandra Lindsay, we're all with you.
Governor, thank you so much. And let me also express our thanks to you for your extraordinary leadership during this whole pandemic over the last number of months, and obviously today. And the fact that you committed to science and data to guide your leadership is absolutely extraordinary. And as you said, we're in Eastern Queens. And as you know, Queens was the epicenter of the COVID issue back a number of months ago. This is where it hit the hardest. And this facility, Long Island Jewish, was right at the center. And here at Northwell, you know, we've seen well over 100,000 COVID patients. And at one point back in April, we had over 3,500 patients in our hospitals. And as you said, we are the largest health system in New York, and we are very, very proud of our frontline staff, and of course of the frontline staff of all of the hospitals and all of the facilities across the region did spectacular work, and as you said, they are the real heroes. So it's a pleasure to be here with Sandra and Dr. Chester, and I don't think we need to delay any further because this is a special moment, a special day. This is what everybody has been waiting for, to be able to give the vaccine and to hopefully see this as the beginning of the end of the COVID issue. But I just would like to say something, though, that just because we're giving out the vaccine is no excuse for the public out there not to continue wearing masks, not to social distance, etc. You have to continue to comply with safety standards, even though the vaccine is going to be distributed over the next couple of months. You have to do both if we're going to be successful here as you know very well. So again, Governor, we thank you. Thank you for your extraordinary leadership. And with that, let me turn it over to Dr. Chester, and then with Sandra here. Sandra is a critical care nurse, has been on the front lines all during the crisis, is a director in critical care. She has seen a lot, and she's very, very happy to be here to receive the vaccine. And Dr. Chester is a director of our employee health services. So with that, Dr. Chester, we'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling great. Okay, so we're going into the laboratory.
So, Sandra, you didn't flinch. I take it that Dr. Chester has a good touch.
She has a good touch, and it didn't feel any different from taking any other vaccine.
Great. Dr. Chester, it all worked, the kit from your end?
Everything worked perfectly, thank you.
And you're feeling well?
Governor Cuomo, I'm feeling well. I would like to thank all the frontline workers, all my colleagues who've been doing a yeoman's job to fight this pandemic all over the world. I am hopeful, I feel hopeful today, relieved. I feel like healing is coming. I hope this marks the beginning to the end of a very painful time in our history. I want to instill public confidence that the vaccine is safe. We're in a pandemic, and so we all need to do our part to put an end to the pandemic and to not give up so soon. There's light at the end of the tunnel, but we still need to continue to wear our masks, to social distance. I believe in science. As a nurse, my practice is guided by science, and so I trust science. What I don't trust is that if I contract COVID, I don't know how it will impact me or those who I come in contact with. So I encourage everyone to take the vaccine.
So you said it very well, Sandra. We trust science here in the state of New York. Federal government approved the vaccine. We then had New York State have a separate panel that also approved the vaccine. And we've been following the science all along. I hope this gives you and the healthcare workers who are battling this every day a sense of security and safety and a little more confidence in doing your job once the second vaccine has been administered. In New York, we prioritized healthcare workers at the top of the list to receive the vaccine because we know that you are out there every day putting your lives in danger for the rest of us. So we want to make sure we're doing everything we can to keep you safe. And the point about New Yorkers and Americans having to do their part and take the vaccine. because the vaccine only works if the American people take it. They estimate we need 75% to 85% of Americans to take the vaccine for it to be effective. So every American has to do their part. And your point is right. It's going to take months before the vaccine hits critical mass. So this is the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's a long tunnel. And we need people to continue to do the right thing and the smart thing all through the holiday season. Hopefully when we get to about June, they estimate the vaccine can hit critical mass. But the healthcare workers will get it first, because we know that you're super stressed during this holiday season. So God bless you. I want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for what you do. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows how brave you are, and skilled, and talented, and selfless. When they use the word heroes, we don't mean that lightly. We mean it deeply and sincerely. What you do, showing up every day, you really are heroes, and we wish you and your families a blessed holiday season. Michael Dowling, thank you very much for your leadership once again, my friend.
Yeah. Thank you, Gov, and we will beat this. We will win.
Thank you. When my time comes, I want Dr. Chester. I like her style.
No problem. I want to be there to see it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gov.
So here's my analysis and breakdown of this whole situation. So, as you've seen, actually her name is Sandra Lindsay. I said Susan Lindsay. It's Sandra Lindsay, and she brave woman. I can tell you, I'm a man now when I took that thing. But yeah, she got it. First responder, nurse. And that is the first one of a 2-part series, because she has to get a second shot in order to be, for the vaccination to be 100% effective, quote unquote. And I'm not going to get into all the other particulars of why you don't even need the vaccine, but whatever. That's your choice on that one. I'm not going to get all into that. I'm not trying to get the video flagged, so I'm not going to suggest anything. Just putting out information. So she was the first person in New York. They were clapping and carrying on, and Cuomo making his corny jokes. And, my thing is, why didn't he go in there, sit next to her, and get that same vaccine? But no, I bet you he's going to say, oh, no, we need the first responders to get it first. Me, I'm nobody. I'm not nobody special. I don't need it. But no, I think if you're really the leader that you say you are, hey, why don't you sit right there and get it too? Why not? God be with that woman. I don't know what's going to happen. I hope nothing happens. I hope that she's safe or whatever the case. But I don't know about you. This whole thing to me is looking like a big soup sandwich. And that's a little military terminology, or maybe you might have heard the term before, soup sandwich. Ain't nothing good about a soup sandwich. Maybe a soup and a sandwich, but not a soup sandwich. And that's basically what's going on in New York right now. Businesses closing, due to draconian laws, draconian rule by czars, Cuomo and DeBlasio. I don't know who put these people in office, but you get what you voted for. And it's pretty much that's what it is. But somebody love them, right? Ain't me. But whatever the case, this is what we got to deal with for at least the next, 2 years. Now, you also heard them say that even after the vaccine, they still want you to wear a mask and social distance. So, and on top of that, they also say that they want at least 75% of people to have this vaccine in America. And then it will take about, I think Cuomo has said something like another 2 years or something weird like that, for everything to be taken full effect. Whatever the case, But I'm not taking it. I don't know about you. Whatever floats your boat, do such. Anyways, I'm out of here. Remember, faith, health, wealth, success. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Definitely share, because you're not going to find this information after a while, I guarantee it. They're going to make sure that video is not available and whatever, everything else, So hopefully you'll still have my video out there to share around, because I just combine two videos that you'll probably never see again. Peace.